Oh shit, I'm live. Oh, what the hell? I don't know how to do this shit. I gotta figure out how to get to that. Alright, what was that? Hold on. I'll get this figured out. Give me a minute. Um, echo, echo. Hey, no echo. Alright. Oh shit, where'd the chat go? Show chat. Let's yeah, my computer's still retarded. For those who don't know, my computer's like 15, 20 years old, somewhere around there. It's a little slow on the uptake. Show chat. I actually go through this because on my other channel, I watch people that do live vids, and only one that does live gaming, and I watch her just because, well, I got a crush on the woman. So, okay, so, hey, chat pops up. Now, what I need to do now, gotta do pop out chat. There's that. All right, so pop out chat's there. Okay. Now I gotta minimize this. I gotta kind of move it over here so I know where it's at. This page, I'm gonna close something out I shouldn't. I got too much shit open. This page, you're attached to this page. This page is what page? Close that out. I'm not trying to watch Spellbinder. So I need that one popped out. This page, I'm trying to shrink down. Okay, this. Oh, okay. Hold on. So it's backwards. That's how it works. So this is the chat for this. This over here, and this is that. Alright. So this is my YouTube. This is my chat. I'll just drag y'all all the way down here. Yep. Drag it down here. There you go. So that's that chat. Alright. Still not figuring out why I'm just like this little tiny thing in the side. So there's that chat. I don't know how to do this chat bullshit anymore. Honestly, I'm kind of glad I don't. How do I adjust? Oh, I gotta go to this place. Okay, that's the place I gotta go to. So that one I can keep minimized. That's blah blah blah. That's the chat from this place. This is the one I'm looking at. Show on stage. So I'm here, apparently, supposedly. I'm just a little blocked in my own fucking video. How does that work? I don't understand this shit. Okay. Hey, demo screen. Show on stage. Alright. So, what's on stage? I'm not even moving. What in the flying fuck chop? Ah! Try with light. Maybe then. Oh, fuck. Goddamn light. get the shit figured out eventually. So that's a delayed one. So that is my YouTube. Okay, I'll close this out because I've already got the chat pulled out to the side. StreamYard. This is where I'm at now. Woohoo! Okay. Now, rename. Nope, still Higbilly. Second demo. Sound, audio, video. Don't know. Haven't got to it yet. Let's try this. Oh, hey, there I am. All right. So why is it that one? Okay, let's try this one. What happens? I'm tiny. I'm the one work. Okay, now I'm doing it. No, should I stick with this one? This one. All right. So if somebody comes in, they're going to be over there. Everybody keeps fucking my shit up. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to be able to do this for very long because my AC doesn't work. All I've got is a window unit, and I cut it off because it makes a lot of noise. But I got a lot of shit going on, and I want to share. So here I am. I'm going to. I got to do this thing. Got to do the copy. All right, and then if you look in the chat, that is, yeah, that's the chat. All right, that's. Haha, got it. So I posted a link in the chat. Anybody wants to jump in, jump in. If I miss it, I apologize. There's possibly alcohol involved. But I've had a really shitty weekend, so I just needed to get out and talk for a little bit. I always talked about it. I don't give a shit about living or dying, and I really still don't. But I kind of, well, partially almost died Friday. And I've been stuck in a fucking hospital. I got home and the fucking hospital pissed me off too. So, but I'm home and not dead. So, essentially, long story short, good old Higbilly had his first heart attack. Yay for me. 45 years old, had a fucking heart attack. Possibly my second. They're not sure. Big shot. But yeah. Everybody knows I've had all my back issues and all that kind of bullshit. I was literally went to my pain management facility. On my way there, I started sweating. And I'm like, well, I'm sweating because it's fucking 100 degrees outside. So, yeah, I'm sweating. Well, I get there and I check in. And I'm sitting in the lobby and the sweating gets worse. And all of a sudden, my chest starts burning. And I'm like, whew. And I've had that feeling numerous times before. And normally it's because I've been drinking and smoking a lot. But at this point, I hadn't drank in 2 weeks. And I'd actually been slowing down on my smoking because I had run out of tubes. So I was like limiting myself to one cigarette in an hour. But went to the doctor, and I'm sitting there in the waiting room, and chest just starts burning, sweating my ass off. My hands start shaking. I'm like, okay. So I go up to the nurse, the intake nurse, and she made a. I was like, well, I'm like, well, I went up to her and I'm like, hey, do you know when I'm going to get to see my doctor? Because I'm trying to get paperwork to take the disability that I've been fighting for 4 years. And she's like, well, your appointment's at this time, and it's only this time now. I'm like, yeah, it's 30 minutes past my appointment time, and I'm really not feeling good. I'm like, look, I'm having these chest pains and all of this. And she's like, well, if you tell her you're having chest pains, they're just going to send you to the ER. And I'm like, well, at this point, right now, send me to the ER. So they don't. She just gets up and goes and talks to my doctor, and they pull me into the back of the place. And I sit down and sitting in the waiting room like usual. Chest just wasn't even hurting; it just burned. It was just like this slight burning sensation, like somebody taking a hot bowl or something out of the microwave and just sat it on my chest. That's what it felt like, just hot, burning. And everything got tight, and I was having trouble breathing. And then my doctor, my pain management specialist, or whatever she's considered, she comes walking in and looks at me, and I'm dripping sweat. And apparently, my color went like pale white. They called an ambulance, and the ambulance showed up. And that was the funniest part. It wasn't even ambulance showed up, and right before they showed up, everything stopped. I felt fine. I sat up. I'm like, I'm good. Everything's great. I'm okay. I started asking about paperwork. The only reason I was even there, trying to get paperwork for my disability and all of that. And they kept saying, oh, they can't fill it out. Somebody else has to fill it out. Blah, 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 blah. But they call the fucking ambulance. The ambulance shows up. EMT comes in. They stretch me out and they hook me up to the EKG thing, and they're looking at it. And I'm feeling fine at this point. They hook me up to the EKG and they go, you're having a heart attack. I'm like, well, if you say so, I feel fine right now. But of course, my pain management, whom they don't, they're not equipped to deal with any of that. They can fucking refer me to get implants and all this stuff, but they just monitor my well-being. Apparently, I was having a heart attack in their waiting room. So yeah, the EMT show up and they hook me up to EKG and go, yeah, you're having a heart attack. Okay. So they put me on a gurney and they roll me out. And as I'm getting in the ambulance, I'm like, everything's fine, man. I can get up, I can walk, I'm fine. In the ambulance, all of a sudden, that fucking burning pain thing came back. And And then it started getting a little worse. And they're sitting there monitoring me and all this. And I get the one guy driving and the one guy with me. He's like, all right, you need to take about like 4 of these. And they give me those little chewable aspirins. And he keeps watching the monitor. He's like, all right, you need to take this and put this under your tongue. What's this? And it was apparently a nitro pill. Oh, teeny tiny thing. Yeah. He's like, that make you feel any better? Like, it didn't make me feel anything. Only thing I know is I started getting weak, man. My arms just started flopping around as I was trying to use them. And he kept trying to get a vein. He was trying to get a IV in me before I got to the hospital. And they had called ahead to the hospital going, hey, we got one and all this crap. He kept telling the drivers, like, hey, if you got any more gas, you need to hit it. Because apparently I was coding. And from what I found out later, apparently I was dying right there in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. But the whole time, I'm awake. I feel all this. I see it all. I'm hearing it all. I'm like, what's going on? I don't get it. But, so yeah. Got to the hospital, and when he started saying I was coding, he put this fucking little box between my feet at the foot of the gurney. And apparently that was that little shock box because they were scared. But and then when I got to the hospital, they kept it there because they had to transfer me from their gurney to the hospital gurney. And when I'm sitting there and they're trying to transfer me to this person, to that person, and all of this, the doctor that was sitting there waiting, because they had 2 cardiologists on hand, and they were both busy. So they had a third-hand cardiologist, apparently. I'll call him that, but that's apparently what he was. It was like, nobody wants to call him, but he's there. That's what I got. So I'm sitting there, and they still got that little sitting between my feet. And at this point, I was sweating, chest pains hurting, everything. I'm like, hey, I'm just... And like I do here on the videos, I'll just sit there and I count my eyes, kind of just go, oh, God. I did that. And the fucking doctor standing at the foot by the fucking little paddles goes, hey, what? He's like, don't roll your eyes back like that. He's like, because there's a good chance if you roll your eyes back like that again, you might get shocked. And I'm like, oh, you can't do that. I got a spinal cord stimulator, man. You'll fuck up my implant. He's like, yeah, well, at this point, your implant could be damned. So they're pretty much telling me I'm dying right there in front of them. But they just like rushed me in and put a stent in my heart. And they went in through the wrist. It really sucked because they stripped me butt naked pretty much right in the hallway of the hospital. I'm like, man, I don't leave the house without 2 shirts trying to hide my man titties. Y'all got me fucking shirt off, all these fucking wires hooked up to me and all this. Now y'all are pulling my pants down and half shaving my pubes off. And they're explaining it to me, and I understood it. They're like, well, here's the thing. In the condition you're in, we plan on going into your artery, to your heart, through your wrist. But if something happens, we're going to have to go in through the artery in your groin. So we've got to shave. So I'm in the middle of the hallway of the ER, getting my groin half shaven, and awake the whole time, which I thought was funny because they, on the way there, they give me those like chewable aspirin bullshits, and then they give me two of those nitro pills. They said just put that under your tongue and blah blah blah. First one, I didn't even feel anything. Second one, I didn't feel anything, but I tasted it. That was nasty as fuck. And then once I get there, they because I was still having the pains, apparently I got morphine, 4 doses of morphine. And they asked me how I felt. And I went, it's okay. My pain had subsided again, but it did that before because it constantly. I had the same pain 2 days ago. Woke up in the middle of the night, lasted for about 10, 15 minutes, stopped, and I'm fucking turned over and went back to sleep. So I didn't think anything of it. Apparently, that was possibly a mini heart attack, but this was full blown. They said I was coding on the way there, and then once they got me in there and did all their little scans and all this bullshit, apparently one of the arteries to my heart had a 99% blockage, so it wasn't getting any blood whatsoever, and I was apparently dying. But they went in and shaved my crotch for no reason. They went in through my wrist, and I sat there and I watched it on the screen the whole damn time. Everything was done and over, and they put me in a room and said, "You ain't leaving for 2 days at least." And they let me out in less than a day because, well, hospitals don't know what the fuck they're talking about half the time. But here I am, 5 back surgeries later, and now I'm a proud owner of a heart attack. 45 goddamn years old. It makes it worse. They prescribe me medication, send it to a CVS pharmacy. Not mine, but close. It's like right next door. But they kept me there 24 hours, and then they put a stent in my heart. So they take me off of my blood pressure medicine and then prescribe me a different blood pressure medicine, which, to be perfectly honest, I don't know why the fuck I would even take. I used to be on lisinopril 20 milligrams, then that wasn't working, so they jacked me up to something else that was working, and my normal blood pressure was 130/90. But the entire time, without taking my blood pressure meds, the entire time I was in the hospital, my blood pressure averaged 106/65. Well, how does that work? Even when I was having my heart attack, my blood pressure was below normal. They can't figure that out. Blood pressure is great. Heart, fucking killing me. And for all those women out there that always said I was heartless, fuck you. I've got medical evidence. I'm not. But anybody wants to jump in the chat, the link is in the chat. So yeah, here I am, 45 years old. 5 back surgeries tomorrow. Well, technically today, when I go to sleep. And I'm kind of paranoid about going to sleep now. Because apparently I've had a heart attack. Not the biggest deal that everybody made it out to be. Apparently my blood pressure was great. Once they put that fucking stent in, like I said, I went from 130 over 90, which I've stayed for years. They put that fucking stent in, put me in the hospital bed, and I'm laying there the entire time. No meds, no anything. 106 over 65. Whole time. The only time I got higher was when I was trying to move around in the bed and I had all these fucking wires attached to me, and all I'm trying to do is scratch my ass or move over or figure out how to lift the bed up and down or whatever. And even then, the highest my blood pressure went the entire time I was in the hospital was like 127 over 82. Like 127 over 82. Huh. So apparently, what I'm thinking and seeing, I mean, honestly, yep, the arteries going to my heart were narrow. They widened it. Once they widened it and it worked like everybody else's, it worked. It was funny as hell just trying to see them trying to get an IV in me. Damn ambulance driver tried 3 times. And he, every time it blew out. I tried to warn him. I'm like, dude, I've got thick skin and I've got rolling veins. Just warning you. And he tried sticking me. He's like, oh, damn, you really do have thick skin. Told you. He tried 3 times getting an IV in me before getting to the hospital. Didn't happen. He blew out 2. Third one he tried, just took it out. Like, I can't do it. And then the entire night shift. That poor woman. She kept coming in. She kept examining my arms, lifting me up, flipping everything over. She's like, I can't see her find a vein. I can't see her find a vein. They got 1 IV in me. And beautiful. Beautiful attachment up here. And they used it once. Left it alone the whole damn time I was there. Kept trying to get another one because apparently you gotta have 2 IVs when you're there in my kind of condition. They never got the second one. But I'll take it back. The night nurse, she got one and then it blew out. She got one in this wrist or this top of my hand. She got it and then it blew out, as they call it. And she left it and just left it bleeding. So I'm sitting there bleeding on the bed all night. It was fucking ridiculous, man. But and every couple hours she'd come back in. And I think I irritated the shit out of her. Well, she came in every like 30 minutes. A couple of times I acted like I was asleep. just to see what all she would fondle while she was in there. Because she did. She was like looking at my hand. She would flip it to the side and look at it. Then she would flip my hand over and look at my wrist. And she would flip it over and look at my arm. She kept rolling and touching on me, and that was the attention I've got from a female in a long time. So she never did get that second IV in. Never needed it either. So yeah, um, they couldn't decide what they were going to do with me. After all the EKGs and going into the little X-ray, all that bullshit, they put the stent in. Everything worked out. Pain stopped. Didn't have any more issues. They found another spot that they said needed a stent, but they couldn't decide whether they were going to keep me the entire weekend because, of course, they don't have cardiologists on hand. Yeah, I got one of the weekend cardiologists. Yeah, fun for me. But hey, I'm still breathing. I'm still here. So they actually had two cardiologists there, but they were busy. I got the third hand. Literally, I sat there listening while they're trying to figure out who to send me to. I'm having a heart attack in the middle of the hallway. Well, these two doctors, they are busy right now. Do you want us to call so and so? Are you sure? I'm having a heart attack in the middle of the hallway, and they're calling in a doctor. And when the fucking check-in people go, "Are you sure?" Yeah, I probably should have been worried, but I wasn't. I'm like, fuck, I've done this shit to myself, so if I die, I die. And I still say it to this minute. If I die, I die. You know the one thing, every single one of them, everyone, every single, you should not be smoking. Smoking's bad for you. Even my overnight nurse that took the most care of me and brought me the most coffee every 30 minutes, bringing me a cup of coffee because I asked for it. You should not smoke. Okay. I've cut down on smoking. Lungs are perfectly healthy. Hell, less than a year ago, my heart was perfectly healthy. Been checked, done all this shit that y'all are doing now. Everything perfectly fine. No blockages. My lungs are perfectly healthy. No masses, no shading, no anything. Lungs are so big, you have to take two x-rays to get them in one shot. Nothing wrong. And you know the one thing they didn't tell me? Oh, you've got all these issues. No, they didn't do any x-rays, but they told me I had a heart attack, which I believe. And they said there was a blockage or a narrowing of my arteries. But at the same time, they said this could have been like this for years. So it wasn't the fact that I had a narrowing of my arteries. My arteries have always been that size. Apparently, something blocked it for a minute, and my heart went up. But you know what they didn't do? I mean, They scanned. Did the whole little that little pregnancy thing. The ultrasound, no blockages, no problems, nothing. Yep, these airways are smaller. There's nothing built up. They did all these tests for everything. Everything's fine. So nothing's built up. It's just my pathways were always narrow to my heart. That's why they're not doing the second stent, because all of this is just natural. There's no plaque buildup or anything like that. It's just I had narrow. I've got narrow arteries apparently going to my heart. And something apparently impeded one of them. Whether it was a blood clot or they don't know. They don't have a clue. Just apparently it got impeded. That's all they kept saying. It was impeded. So we didn't put in something to widen it. Just kind of cool, because since they widened it, my blood pressure has been better than it's been since I was a fucking teenager. But now what did they do? Take me off of my high blood pressure medicine and put me on all these other different medications, which I'm going to look into later, because some I comprehend why, others not so much. And I understand why they're not putting the second splint in, because even they said, well, apparently your arteries have been this narrow the whole time, haven't had an issue. This artery's not causing you an issue, so we're not going to fuck with it. That one artery was. So we widened it, put the stent in, but because we put the stent in, now you've got to take these medications, because if not, that stent will close up and we'll be right back in the same situation. Except for the fact we'll have to take the stent out and put another stent. It's, yeah. So long story short, I've got thick skin, I've got rolling veins, and apparently, according to the doctor last night, they kept trying to come in, and I played sleep just so she could fondle me. I have bad veins because I got really small veins. So she could not and wouldn't even try to put an IV in until she absolutely had to, because she couldn't find them and poke them. My body was designed to kill me at a certain damn time. So they're like, well, we're just going to leave that and see what happens. Works for me. I just love the fact, this was the fun part. Having a heart attack was a vacation for me. And I don't, I mean that full out. It was like being on vacation. Went to the doctor, went to the hospital. In the hospital, granted, after they got me all stented in and put in a room and all of this and got me situated, it was dinner time and I hadn't eaten all day. So they called in for me to get a dinner brought, and apparently something went haywire and I didn't get a dinner, which I've been on a carnivore diet for over a year, and pretty much everything they brought me would Thank God I wasn't diabetic because it would fucking kill you. But I didn't get a dinner. And then when they found out, like, oh, you didn't get a dinner? No. That little Asian chick, she went, apparently, their refrigerator room was next door and they had all these little lunch sandwiches or whatever. So she brought me 2 packs of lunch sandwiches, which equaled a third of a sandwich. 2 slices of bread. Now think about this. Not diabetic, but if I was, think about this. 2 slices of bread. Itty bitty thin slice of turkey. No cheese, no nothing. Just 2 slices of bread and this little thin slice of turkey. A bag of pretzels and a soda. Granted, it was a diet soda, but diet sugar-free soda. That's their health food. Bread turns into sugar. A little tiny piece of fake lunch meat. Didn't even have cheese. It's fucking ridiculous. They brought me 2. And I was fucking hungry, so I ate both of them. So I didn't have much of a choice at the time, and I'm like, fuck, I'm pretty much died on the way here. If I'm gonna die, I might as well just fucking eat what they give me. So yeah, I had a couple of bags of pretzels and 2 so-called turkey sandwiches. Then I could just kept pestering the fuck out of them the rest of the night, every half hour, because they would come check on me every half hour. Well, since you're in here, I could use a cup of coffee. But every 30 minutes, I was getting a cup of coffee, cup of coffee, cup of coffee, cup of coffee. And night nurse really got pissed because, well, coffee going in, piss coming out. Even the day nurse said, well, yeah, bathroom's right there, toilet right there. You can get up, go over there. Night nurse, no, you're not allowed to get up. Okay. I filled that fucking piss bottle up so many fucking times. In that 12-hour period from 7 o'clock or Friday when she came on to 7 o'clock Friday when she left, every 5 hours, every 30 minutes, that bitch was bringing me a cup of coffee. I did sleep. I dozed off for 1 hour. Woke up, sat up. She came in. I never called for anybody, but when she came in, I'm like, hey, well, since you're here, use another cup of coffee. So, another cup of coffee. The day nurse, just today, well, yesterday, technically, but the one that came in at 7 in the morning, she came in. I met her at around 7:20 in the morning, and we were talking, and they brought me coffee, and she only checked on me every couple of hours, but I had, every time she came in, had her bringing me a cup of coffee. Had other nurses come in because every time I moved, the fucking machines would start dinging, and apparently I was like a high risk or something. So every time my machine would ding, everybody would come fucking running in. So I got a lot of extra coffee out of the deal. So but then came Queen Kong Bundy. Woo! That was fun. She called. Well, I called her. I tried calling her when I first got to the hospital. but there was no reception. So I told people when I got there, this is before they even shaved my pubes and all that crap. I told them, this is the person to contact. And if you can't get in touch with her because she never answers her fucking phone, you can contact her sister. This is her number. You can contact her mother. This is her number. Big shocker. Couldn't get in touch with Montana, so they contacted her sister, and her sister called Montana. Montana answered the phone for her, and then got pissed. Why did he call me? Tried, didn't answer your fucking phone. There's been one thing after another, man. Just. And then she finally calls me. Does she call my cell phone? No. She calls the fucking hospital. I don't have a phone in my room. The hospital brings a phone into my room and then transfers the call to my room. And there's Montana. And what is it? She's bitching. You got something to tell me? Well, no, not really. I mean, apparently you know where I'm at. You know what's going on. Why did you call me? And I tried to tell her, like, hey, well, I didn't have reception. I gave them numbers. They were supposed to call you. Apparently they called your sister. I'm sorry. Didn't have anything to do with it. I was in the middle of having a heart attack. I'll be right. Well, I'm still here. I'm just getting a refill. So she proceeds, well, and I told her they're talking about keeping me till Monday because they got to put another stent in my heart and all this. I'm like, but I just heard they're not keeping me till Monday. They're thinking about sending me home and then scheduling an appointment to come and get the second stent put in. So I might be going home tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. I'm still in the middle of having all of this shit done. And she proceeds to bitch because nobody's here to take care of her dog and her cats. And I told her the exact same thing I always tell her. I love animals, but I really don't give a shit. And I hate your dog and your cats. They may be sweet. I've got to mop the house 4 times a day because one of your cats pisses and shits everywhere. Your dog takes up more of the bed than I do. And being in the hospital right now, having a heart attack was the greatest thing because I have a bed all to myself. People are bringing me food, bringing me my coffee. I don't have to get up and clean and do everything like I've done for 5 fucking years. So I'm like, yeah, having a heart attack is like a fucking vacation for me. I got to kick back. I got to relax. I had to be shown how to use a television because I haven't had one since like 2012. Anybody watched the old video when I slung it out? And I haven't had a television since then. I had my computer and I had my phone on me. The only problem wasn't planning on being in the hospital, so I didn't have a charger. So it's not like I could get on my phone and just play around on it because it would die. And I needed that to schedule transportation to get home and for anything else I needed it. So I didn't Sit there and play on my fucking phone like everybody else in the world does. But she got mad at me because she calls the hospital. They come and they bring a hospital phone in. And Montana gets on my case. I've got to call. I got to get this schedule. I'm going to see if somebody can come pick up the dog and take care of the cats and this and that and that and this. Okay. Kind of want to let you know. Hey, I'm in the hospital. Or told the hospital to let you know. Who the hospital contacted, I have no control over. So her sister came and got the dog. Well, technically, her niece came and got the dog. And then her niece passed it off to her sister. And her sister was supposed to pass it off to her mother. But her sister kept it. And as far as the two cats, they just locked them out of the house. They could get in and out the laundry room so they can get inside the house in the laundry room. Food and water was in there. But yeah, the only thing she was fucking worried about was what was going on with her animals. I'm in the hospital having a fucking heart attack. And she keeps questioning me about what's going on with her animals. They're worried about them. And then she starts bitching at me, calling me an asshole. Because I told her, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about your damn animals. I love animals. They taste great with barbecue sauce. But number one, I'm allergic to cats, and I'll live with two of them. And as far as a dog, I have to fight for space in bed with the dog. Not being around them, yeah, it's like a fucking holiday for me. I've got a bed I can stretch out and get comfortable in. And then all of a sudden she starts calling, oh yeah. And this is the first thing she does. Oh, I'm such an asshole then. She's talking about herself. Oh yeah, I'm the dumbass. I'm the bitch. I'm the asshole. Blah, 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 blah. And I did exactly like I've always done for 5 years. Well, for more than that, but for the past 5 years. You said it, not me. All she called about, worried about her and herself and her shit. The only reason she even called is because I'm the one taking care of her shit, and I'm not there to take care of it. She didn't worry about me. Didn't ask about what was going on with me. She started telling me about what her mama did and who she talked to and what they were doing and all the issues she's had laying there on her ass for 2 years. And bullshit I get to hear every fucking day. I just sit there and I listen to it. But I'm the asshole because I told her, I was like, I don't give a shit about your fucking animals. I hate your fucking animals. I've got to mop the house 4 times a day because you got one that doesn't know what a litter box is for or how to, well, she knows how to go in and out the house. She'll go outside, spend all day outside, come in, piss and shit right in front of her own food bowl, and then go back outside. I've been dealing with this for years. Even her family's like, nope, that bitch will be gone. Every living person alive has said that bitch would be gone. I've said it. But what do I get? No, I get to mop 4 times a day. You wonder where stress and heart heart attacks fucking come from? Her name is Montina fucking Miller. That's why nobody, even her own goddamn family, won't tolerate her ass anymore. And I still got there. Still. Her own family's even going, I wouldn't have dealt with that. I wouldn't. Her own sister, when she was in here fixing up the house and shit, Montina called. Her sister even heard Montina talking to me the way she does. Just hang up on. Everybody says, I wouldn't deal with that shit. And I'm really looking at it now because I had my plans. I was like, hey, you're going to get half of whatever I get, but fuck this shit. I do nothing but do everything for her. She has to call 5 different people to take care of what I was taking care of. And I got to piss. I'll be right back. Oh, side of me, whoa, it's fucking ridiculous. And she's like, oh, this is normal. It's normal for her. She can't do something. She got her mama taking care of it. She got her sister taking care of it. She got her niece taking care of it. If they can't take care of it, they've got friends that'll come and take care of it. And she knows it. The woman ain't had to do a damn thing in her life except sit there and say, I do everything for everybody. And nobody does anything for me. I hear that every fucking week. Every week. I do everything for everybody, but nobody ever does anything for me. The whole world can take care of this bitch. The whole world. Her family. Hold on. Her family, her mother's 80-something years old and still comes up there on a daily basis, bringing her food, bringing her shit, doing shit for her every day. When I met the bitch, she was living in her mother's fucking basement. Over 20 years, like close to 30 years ago. First time I met her. She was living in her mama's basement. And she was a hoarder then, too. Her mother was happy to get fucking rid of her. And the only reason it happened, she got into a car wreck. And I can guarantee you, she can say, oh, it was somebody else's fault. No, she talked her way into it. That bitch fucking wrecked. And got money out of somebody else. That bitch can't even pull in her own fucking driveway. I watched her. She backed into a well twice and then laughed and smiled about it, backed into the deck, and then waved me to pull into the driveway. I'm not, as long as you're behind the wheel, I'm not even pulling in the fucking driveway. Ain't fucking happening. But according to her, none of that shit ever fucking happened. It's fucking ridiculous, man. This bitch is just... But, yep, had a heart attack. Can't imagine what could have possibly stressed me out that much. And since I got home and out, I tried calling her. Big shocker, she didn't answer the phone. It's okay for her because she never answers her phone. But if I don't answer the phone, all of a sudden, whoo, buddy, what were you doing? Where were you at? Where were you at? What were you doing? I can't shit. I can't piss. I can't cook. I can't do anything. She calls. I have to answer the phone. And if not, I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing, like cooking or sleeping. Let's just call it 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. Why didn't you answer the phone? 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. I was trying to sleep. But after the little fucking incident, I had a fucking heart attack. I'm in the hospital, and she calls and cusses me out because I wasn't at the house to take care of her fucking animals. And then she's like, well, and she does this all the time. Oh yeah, she said, talking about herself. Oh, I'm the asshole and this and that and that and this and that. Yeah, I do everything for everybody. You don't do shit for no anybody. You don't. All you do is give everybody a fucking headache. Nobody can stand you. Your own family is tired of you. She keeps talking about coming home. She's never coming home. Everybody knows it. Everybody keeps blowing smoke up her ass, except me. I keep telling her. Well, I keep blowing smoke up her ass because I got a roof over my head. But she keeps going, oh, I do everything for you. Bitch, you don't do a damn thing for me, but give me a fucking headache. I take care of your animals. I take care of your house. I manage your bills. I do everything. You lay on your ass, have somebody else come and clean it up when you shit yourself. You call him bitch about everything that happens from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. You call me 5 times a day just to bitch about everything and everyone around you. Every day for 2 years, 5 times. It's just. I'm a spiteful person. For the most part, I am. I'm trying not to be, and I haven't been for a very, 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 very long time. But after everything I've done for her, everything her family's done for her, and I've even been in cahoots with her family, helping to do shit for her. According to her, nobody does anything for her. And I explained to her sister, I'm like, yeah, the deal was she gets half of whatever I get, which she was getting when I was working before my back shit acted up back in 2021. And I seriously got fucked up. She got half of everything, and she's gotten half of everything since. I just haven't got anything. And her family knows it. Her family knows the situation. And even they said, you know what? I wouldn't give her a damn thing. After everything you deal with and everything you've done for her, I would not give her a damn thing. Her family says it. But I'm the asshole. Okay. So part of me, I've got different scenarios of what might happen, but as of this, just had a heart attack and hell, might not even be around from a fucking court date, but I think I'm going to go half and half on what I do for her, and because either which way, she knows. That's why she's fighting right now. She's trying her best. I want to come home as soon as I can stand up on my own. Before it was, I want to be able to walk like I was when I got here. Now it's, if I can stand up on my own, I'm coming home. And the only reason she's doing it is because she knows, and she's been told for years. If my disability gets straight, you're going to get half, I'm going to get my half, and I'm gone. And she knows I have a court date next month. So she's trying her hardest to try to get home before my court date. And she was trying and trying and trying. She slowed down on it. Do you know why? Yeah. Because I told her, I'm like, hey, even if I do get approved, there have been numerous people, once they're approved, it's taken sometimes 9 months or more before they finally get their money. So she was scared. I gave my court date. If I get approved, I'll get my money and I'll be gone. That's why she's trying to get here so fast and so hard. And I find it funny because it doesn't matter even if she's here. I get my money. She's going to get her half. I'm still handling the bills. The only difference is now I'm fixing her food and wiping her ass and cleaning her. Yeah, that's going to make me want to stay even longer. And I hate to say it, the woman's staying in a fucking nursing home. Her family refuses to take care of her. They bring her fast food and bring her whatever kind of crap that she orders and has sent here. They'll pick it up and take it to her. But are they going to come here and mop the house 4 times a day? Are they going to cook her meals? Are they going to pick her up and down off of the fucking porta potty? Are they going to fucking wipe her ass and clean under her sweaty mini titties? Are they going to take care of her like I've done for 5 fucking years before she went to the nursing home? And they don't do it. Hey, big shocker. She's had numerous fucking UTIs because they don't wash her the way they should. Of course, she hasn't washed herself in fucking over 5 years. But she does everything for everybody, and she... Only woman, the only living person who, according to her, I should love the most because she's done the most for me. She's done a lot for me. I admit it. I've told her. I've admitted it. But at the same time, she fucked up my first marriage, fucked up my second marriage, fucked up every... She's been stalking me since I was in my mid-20s. So for 20 years, she's been stalking me, stalking every female I've ever been with. She fucking keyed my vehicle, slashed my tires, broke into my house. When I was in Indiana, she kept calling me, harassing me, doing this whole woe is me because she knows me. I'm the fucking sucker. Oh, well, I lost my leg and... One a big shocker. She never took care of herself before. The bitch fucking put herself in this position and then she's done everything. She stalked my best friend Beth. She stalked my first wife. She stalked my first wife. I mean, 20 fucking years ago. Stalked my wife. Stalked me leaving Chesterfield Trading Company trying to come home from work. All because I found her in a bar one night. She was a fucking pike whore. And even back then, the first time I picked her up in a bar, picked her up, went home with her because God knows I was smart enough not to give my address. She apparently was smart enough to figure it out later, but she was living in her fucking mama's basement. I went home, picked her up in the bar, went home with her. Fucking house just cluttered. Had fucking cats, cat shit everywhere, fucking raccoons and possums. Because she left her door open for all the animals to come in. And this was her mother's fucking basement. And this bitch was in her 30s back then. She was a fucking crazy cat lady with possums and raccoons. And all I did was pick her up at the bar. I went home, did the deed, woke up the next day, and the first thing out of her mouth was, "Oh, well, you've got a truck. My mama needs some stuff to be moved from here to there. And do you think possibly?" And I woke up and went, "Yeah, no." Like, yeah, let me go to the house and change clothes. Gone. Pick up a fucking pike cord and you wake up and the first thing she asks is for you to start doing household deeds. Gone. Years later, I run into her ass again in a bar. Big shocker. Picked her up in the bar. What was she doing? Asking for shit again. Where was she living? Same place, in her mama's basement. This time I kind of felt sorry for her. So I was like, all right, well, went out and I met her family and wasn't too impressed. I mean, well, I kind of was. I mean, I've got no problems or issues with her family. It's just the fact her family's a little bit of the uppity side where their shit don't stink. And they've got it right. I mean, they've got everything. And her mama has multiple houses and all this shit. This is how bad Montina is so bad. I'm going through all this shit. Montina, her sister, Montina's the baby of the family. So her sister apparently has had all these medical issues. Apparently, they have a beach house at Virginia Beach. So her mama is talking about moving the other sister that's having medical issues to the beach house and possibly moving Montina to the beach house. Montina, no, I've got my house. You got a fucking mud pit. Your family's trying to do shit for you. Everybody in the world is doing everything, but she refuses. It's fucking ridiculous. I can't stand the woman. All she can do every day, there's not a single conversation bitching about her mother, bitching about her sister, but explaining to me her mother's life, her sister's life, and her doctor's life, and they're explaining to me everything that's going on. It's like, so Tuesday, nothing changes day to day, ever. But she's got to call me between 5 to 20 times a day, depending on how much she wants to bitch that day. Her family won't even tolerate her shit. I'm stuck with it. You want to know why I had a heart attack? Huh. Fucking ridiculous. And some of this medical bullshit they give you. Oh, well, you cannot take a bath or submerge yourself in water because of this little needle, right? Little needle. It went in through my wrist. I've got fucking scars where I sliced through that motherfucker and covered it up with a grease-filled rag. Got it stitched up. Went back to work the next day. Oh, they're telling me you can't take a bath or submerge yourself in water because of this little needle hole in your wrist. Hmm. I mean, shit is ridiculous. I don't know who got blocked. Ali. Well, yeah. Ali's king of the room. Ali. I don't know why. Ali. Here's the chat again if you're still there. I didn't block you. I had nothing to do with it. So here's the chat. The only purpose, there's only two people I know that would possibly, well, three, but one of those disappeared for like over 10 years. The only two people I know that would try to jump in under Ali. Shit. Condensation. Condensation. Yeah, once again, another fun facts. Air conditioner on the house quit working. It runs, just out exterior fan doesn't turn anymore. So it'll cut on, it'll blow warm air and use up the same amount of electricity. But that's it. It actually gets hotter when you run it. So I haven't had central air at all. I've got a little window unit in my window. So once it hits about 80 degrees in the house, I'll click that on and I'll sit right here in front of it. I have it cut off now because, well, it's noisy. So if you want to hear it, I'll turn it on for a second. Believe me, I'll turn it on for a second. While it's going, I'm going to go fix a drink. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. You know, I really don't care. I'm keeping it on. It's fucking hot as shit in here. Apparently, from what I've been hearing, the heat index yesterday was like 119. It's supposed to be 119 technically today. And I'm the kind of person, if gets above 65 degrees and I'm moving, I'm sweating and hot. So, this is another thing. Oh, that's why I had a heart attack. I smoke. Okay. Even going through paperwork. This is the funniest thing. Everything goes back to smoking. Used to affect your lungs. Now, apparently, well, it doesn't affect your lungs, it affects your heart. So you got to quit smoking. Everybody got to quit smoking. They've told me that for years upon years. I smoked 2 packs a day for 30 years. I've been smoking since I was 15. 30 years. 2 packs a day. I've actually slowed down. I time it out to make sure I only smoke at least 1 cigarette in an hour, which would be less than a pack a day, except for the fact I don't sleep but an hour at a time. So, yeah, I fall asleep, I get up, I go piss, I smoke a cigarette, I lay back down. Even then, 24 hours a day, 1 cigarette every hour, 24 fucking cigarettes a day. So I've slowed down to a pack a day, essentially. Now, for 30 fucking years, never had an issue. Now that I've slowed down on my smoking and slowed down on my drinking, heart attack. What are you doing? Well, I slowed down on my smoking. But you should quit smoking. Less than a year ago, I went in because I was having chest pains and all these issues. Neighbor can vouch for it. He watched a fucking ambulance take me out. X-rays of my lungs, perfectly clear. X-rays of my heart, everything perfectly clear. Nothing wrong with my body whatsoever fucking ever that they could find. Now I'm doing what I'm told to be doing. I'm at the fucking doctor's office and I have a heart attack sitting in a fucking waiting room. I mean, what were you doing when you had your heart attack? Sitting in a fucking waiting room. Did you have issues before? I was like, yeah, once. I was asleep. Well, that doesn't make sense because normally when people have these issues, they're doing something extenuating. I was sleeping. Which is something very rare for me. That's why it pissed me off and I remembered it. I was asleep. I was comfortable. All of a sudden, chest pain, burning, lasted 10, 15 minutes and then it quit. When it quit, I fucking rolled over and tried to get comfortable again and go back to sleep. That was it. And then that was Wednesday. I remember it because that was the day I was out cleaning gutters. And that's one of the reasons I kind of blew it off, because I was outside trying to clean gutters and trying to do shit. And I used some off bug spray that fucked up my neighbor. And I thought the chest pains were kind of like the fumes of me breathing that shit in. So I ignored it. So yeah, went out, cleaned the gutters, did a bunch of screwing and caulking, had a heart attack, went to sleep, woke up, had a mini heart attack, went back to sleep. Uh, well, I guess the race is on. I'll say this much: with my family, uh, heart won't touch it. Only thing that ever kills my family is cancer, and I have been checked numerous times between my lungs, my heart. Yeah, cancer ain't an issue. Well, I did have a little bit of an issue. I told my brother DJ Moore about it. Me and him have, well, we had a friend that had similar issues that I was having at the time, but I still think it was just a bump. Yeah, he made a joke going, "Oh, as long as it ain't anal seepage," and I'm like, "Well, brother, here's the issue I've been having uh, recently. My asshole hurt, my ass cheeks hurt, everything kept leaking, and there was blood involved. So there was anal seepage with blood, but it stopped, and I still think it was a bump, but don't know." I think, well, after everything I've gone through, what I think I'm going to do is schedule an appointment with a doctor and my primary care. Who's just a doctor, a patient first. Schedule. He's listed as my primary care. Schedule a full physical. Here you go, buddy. Check my eyes, testicles, hip, and find out what that fucking burning sensation I've had for about a year now. Pain management said it's the onset of neuropathy, but I've had this burning / numbing sensation on the right side of my body, right hip. Pain management said it sounds like the onset of neuropathy. But to me, it just feels like a chemical burn. But it can't be a chemical burn because I've had chemical burns. I know how it feels. So that's feeling. I don't care. When I wear my clothes, keys, lighter. And yes, I've had a lighter fluid chemical burn before, but this is a big lighter that I keep in my little spare pocket that ain't broke or leaking. Apparently, I got neuropathy popping up and constant burning and half numbness on my right leg. Yay! My left leg is the dead one. Somebody shoot me. Seriously. 5 fucking going bald, going gray, losing my teeth, can't remember shit. 5 back fucking surgeries. I gotta charge myself every week. And now a fucking heart attack. What else could possibly what makes it even funnier is the fact I've got my court date with disability next month. 19th of next month. I finally, after 4 fucking years, get a court date. Makes it even funnier. It's the day after my birthday. Because my birthday is the 18th of next month. Court date 19th next month. And like I've told other people, just like I'll say it. The Jesus Christ driver that picked me up. Praise Lord, praise Jesus. He prayed for me before I got out of his vehicle to get to mine, leaving the hospital. I respect it. I did. Actually, I bowed my head, I closed my eyes, and I even said amen. And I even told him, I'm like, look, man, I was born and raised Baptist. I was born to believe, but I've lived to not believe. But in this instance, hey, I got a kickstart, kind of. And I say kind of because this man literally came, picked me up. Apparently, he got the call for the ride. He was in his pajamas. This man couldn't speak English. Well, could barely speak English. He came and he picked me up. I explained the situation. Told him, yep, just had a heart attack yesterday. I'm just trying to get home. I'm hungry, pissed off, because if I had stayed, I could have got chicken fettuccine Alfredo. Or, well, it just said chicken Alfredo. It didn't say what kind of noodles or whatever. But I could have had fucking dinner brought to me instead of me having to figure it out, which I didn't. I've been drinking it. This man literally was like, I'll after what you've been through, he's like, I will take you to lunch. And I'm like, well, I've already eaten, which I did at lunch, kind of. Well, I'm good there. I was like, hey, if you want to do me a favor, you can buy me a bottle at the liquor store. He didn't say anything, but he just kind of, huh. So he drove me and he started talking about the whole God and Christ and Jesus and all that. Okay. Then he did something that hurt my fucking feelings. And anybody that knows me knows I don't take sympathy. I don't. That's one of the biggest things I hate about when my mom died. Because my mom did her best. She kept buying stuff for me and my wife when me and her were hard on luck. And I took everything my mom bought and brought to us, and I took it and I threw it in the dumpster. And I told her, if I have anything, I'll get it for myself. Don't ever do anything for me. When my mom died, my mom was right. Shouldn't have married my wife. God knows, shouldn't have married my second wife. My mom hated her before. But, well, long story there too. But yeah, my mom was right. The only problem is I found out why years later why my mom knew because she was them back in her day. She was them, so she knew. I love my mom to death. There's so much shit in her life that she didn't tell me because, well, I was her kid. They didn't tell her family because, well, hey, family don't know won't hurt them, right? There's so much shit. And just like me, I'm the nicest guy you'll ever meet, but I'm one of the biggest assholes, and I've done so much shit in my life that, to be perfectly honest, if I got hit by a bus or a van, it's deserved. I'm not the best guy in the world, man. I'm never claimed to be. But the ones that get the most out of life are the ones that claim to be and swear they do the best for people and they do worse than I do. Case in point, fucking Queen Kong Bundy. And I give that name to, what's his name? I can't even think of his name because he was an asshole then. Granted, he's dead, and well, I would say I feel bad about it, but honestly, I really don't. Mangos, G Mangos. Yeah, he's the one that dubbed her Queen Kong Bundy. Me, I just say, hey, her name's Montina. Apparently, saying Montina was too hard, so he had to dub her Queen Kong Bundy and do everything he did and talk the way he did. Quit following him years ago. But like I said before, I would say I feel sorry. Well, I do. I mean, I feel sorry for anybody passing, but did it hurt my feelings? Nah, no, not so much. Because there were some other things going on back in the day. That's what sucks. Back in the day, in the old chats, fucking Dooley, me, and everybody apparently fucking turned on Dooley. Dooley was the coolest motherfucker you'd ever meet. And straight up and honest. Fucking that other asshole was the most two-faced son of a bitch who would flip his story every time just to match the scenario he was in. He just really went and followed this dude named Mario Martins. And I miss Mario, man. I do. Mario was the coolest little dude. Everybody used to pick on him. Everybody did. But Mario was cool as shit, man. Still got full love for him. The fact that he followed fucking G was, well, I think G bribed him with bread. Because it was bread, man. It was bread. She was saying it was bread, man. Miss old Mario. Kind of miss G. I miss Dooley, that fucking asshat. There are a couple others. Well, there's a few. Rest in peace, Brother Vaughn. I was happy to meet him in person twice. Once he was still doing good, and once when he wasn't. I got to meet Brother Kevin in person one time. And because he was like a stuck up douche, that's how I ended up meeting Vaughn. But still love Kevin anyway. It was good to actually meet him in person. And then there's all these others out there that I'd love to meet, but it's never gonna happen. Testing, testing. So, yeah, long story short, he had a heart attack. Still breathing, still here. Don't know why, don't know how. Well, I do know why, and I do know how. Because I'm too stubborn to fucking die. Why? Because things were looking up for me. Do you want to know when I die? When everything starts going right? Because I've got a court date next month for my disability that I've been fighting for 4 years. Finally got a court date that hasn't been canceled yet. Because I had a court date once before. And they canceled it without even going to court. The fucking judge just threw the case out. And even my lawyers went, they've never done that before. What? Fighting for 4 fucking years. I've been working since I was 8 goddamn years old. On the books and them taxing it for since I was 15. My entire fucking life. Always worked. Always had a damn job. Now that I need help, nope, sorry, you don't qualify. Illegal immigrants coming in, don't speak English, are illegal. We're getting more benefits and more everything that I get. And I've been fighting for 4 fucking years. You know, I don't even give a shit. I've got all my buddies out there that, yeah, everybody that cares. Oh, the border crossing and the politics and all this. No, I don't give a shit. I don't. I literally don't. Because I've worked with some illegals, greatest people you've ever met in your life. And hey, more power to them. I'm not going to stand up for them. They fucked up. But if they get by with it, they get by with it. That's them. Had nothing to do with me. That's why I don't go to politics. I tell everybody, as far as I'm concerned, Democrats, Republicans, two cheeks on the same fucking ass. 1 minute, everybody's applauding and loving what somebody's doing. Next minute, everybody's bitching about and talking shit about what they're doing. It was the same fucking thing. Nothing's changed except their point of view. My point of view is this: nothing. Politics ain't done a goddamn thing for me. Except, I will say this much: I've been fighting for 4 years with disability, and according to them, I don't qualify to meet their standards. Yet they were bringing in illegal immigrants and giving them twice as much, giving them housing, giving them everything. Well, I've been living here, working my whole life, and I don't qualify. Kind of pissed me off. And coincidentally, not Bush, uh, fuck, hair top, dude. Can't even think of his fucking name now. Yeah, you see how much I pay attention to politics? Shit. Um, Trump. Trump gets in, and everybody goes, "Oh, they're taking all of this and doing all this." You know what happened? I got a court date for my disability case. I had one a year ago, but it got dismissed. Even the lawyers didn't understand how or why. Yep, set up, go to court, have a court date. Judge dismissed it and went, yeah, just not doing that one. Then I reapply once again, and now I got a court date. And I find it funny, it's the day after my birthday. August 18th, I'll be 46. August 19th, I get a court date, finally, after 4 years with Social Security. Over the phone. Not even a video date. Not in person, not even a video. Just over the phone, court date. But they haven't canceled it. It's actually still there. So I'll say this much. If, which I know the way my luck runs, I mean, goddamn, I just went to the doctor for a checkup and had a heart attack. That's the way my luck runs. But if possibly, maybe for once in my fucking life, my luck goes right and I do get approved for my disability and I get everything that they kept denying and denying for fucking 4 years. I get in the vehicle and I'm moving. With fingers crossed. And I'm going to push even harder for that because right now, I already knew my body was falling apart, but yeah, give me a heart attack, I'm pushing harder. Fingers crossed, I'm moving my ass out of If I'm going to die, I want to die happy. And the only way I'm doing that is getting the fuck out of this place, get my little fucking tiny house, get it set up. I want one day. My house set the way I've got it planned. Sit out on my deck, smoke a cigarette, drink a drink, exercise on my exercise machine that I've already got planned out for the deck. I've even got the deck planned out. How I want it built with a ramp and everything. Just give me my little house, my deck. That's all I want. I don't want some fucking $20 million. I've actually thought about it. Even if I won the lottery, I still want my little fucking house. I would change the house, but that would take longer. And I've actually thought about it. It had stairs, and I'd have to sleep upstairs. And every time I had to pee, I'd have to come downstairs. And I pee a lot in the middle of the night, so I'd rather just go more simple. I mean, I'm not trying to hook up with anybody, so I got my bed, I got my chair, I got my living room, I got my kitchen, bathroom, everything's set up the way I want. My deck, the way I want it. So I don't smoke in the house. I just sit outside. Here goes. Hold on. Sit outside on my deck, smoke a cigarette, sit outside on my deck, and work out, which actually works out for me because I sweat. Hold on. Even when I was in Indiana working at Tyson, it was 30 something degrees. It was below freezing. No, it was 27 degrees. They tried to keep it out. That's what I worked in all day, 10 hours a day. And I sweat. Then 27 fucking degrees. I'm out there moving and sweating to the point where I had to take my coat off and just work in short sleeves. 27 degrees. Because, yeah. I'm tired now. I'm seriously tired. And of course, everything everybody says, all your problems, because you smoke. You gotta quit smoking. Smoking's gonna kill you. I've been smoking 2 packs a day for 30 fucking years. A year ago, my lungs perfectly clear, perfectly healthy. So big, y'all can't get them in one x-ray. My heart, perfectly fine. Not an issue. That was just a year ago. Now, all of a sudden, I had a heart attack. Oh, you got to quit smoking. This is my nurse for the night. Barely spoke English. Oh, but you got to quit smoking. Why? Was smoking bad for you? I've been smoking for 30 years, ain't had an issue. My lungs are still healthy. My heart was still healthy. Never had an issue. Just had all that shit checked out less than a year ago. Heart perfectly healthy. Everything was healthy. Fucking lungs healthy. Everything. Oh, but it was... You quit smoking now, add 10 years to your life. For what? Why the fuck do I want another 10 years? I tell everybody, I don't have friends or family, and it's by choice. It's not the fact that I don't have them, it's just the fact that I push them away because I prefer to be alone. I've got an aunt who I've been speaking to, and she's apparently coming down. She lives here in Virginia somewhere, and she's not aunt by blood. She's aunt by, she was married to my uncle. My uncle's dead, but and she always offers to come and do and try and all. And I always thought, no, I don't want people doing it for me. I hate it. I hate it. But she's offering to come down, and she's like, well, I'm coming down just to visit my sister because it's celebrating a birthday. So she's coming to this part of Virginia to come celebrate a birthday for her friends and all this. And she could possibly do all this for me. And I'm like, no, you go do what you do and have fun with it. Yeah, I've got to pick up some prescriptions tomorrow. Because everything's been fucking changed. I go from just having high blood pressure, and apparently I really didn't when my blood pressure the entire time I was at the hospital, 106 over 65. Without my BP meds. Before they put the stent in, my average was 130 over 90. It was average, especially for somebody my age. And even physical therapy, when I went to physical therapy a year ago, well, over a year ago now, but even that guy was like, yeah, that's normal for somebody your age. But most people go by textbook. Blood pressure 120 over 80 is normal. Below that is good. Above that, oh, bad. Oh, just terrible. Bullshit. I mean, hell, my blood pressure. This fucking little Asian bitch was telling me, oh, your blood pressure's okay, but kind of high. 106 over 65. And this girl is telling me, oh, it's kind of high. You see that high number? Yeah, I see that high number. It's the lowest it's been in fucking 5 years. My diastolic pressure is 65 on a steady basis. And I'm not trying to make fun of her because, well, I kind of am, but it was the truth. This is my nurse. Oh, she knows speaking no English. She could have. She sat there and fucking massaged my arm for 30 minutes trying to find a vein and decided, oh, I'm not going to try to give you IV because I cannot find a good vein. You got bad veins. So I just give you pill meds. And I will come back and try later. 2 hours later, she came back. I never got any kind of meds, never got anything. She came back and just kept massaging my arm and moving it back and forth and decided she's not going to try And I told her, I was like, yeah, it's fine. Go ahead, just try. Oh, no, I do not want to stick you. I'm like, look, I've got thick skin and rolling veins. And she's like, oh, no, there's no rolling vein. You just got bad veins. This is my nurse taking care of me all night. Oh, no, you just got bad veins. I got bad veins just because she couldn't figure out how to get a fucking vein. I never, well, she did. That's the bad part. Already had IV in one arm. Perfectly good, but they wanted a second one. So she put in a second one, blew it out, and left it, and then had to get another second one. And she went in my hand, got a second one, and just held it there while she got a few vials of blood. Then she took that one out, bandaged up, and left the one that she blew out. I dealt with that one 12 hours. Never used. She blew it out, hooked it up, everything. Bitch. Blown out, bleeding everywhere. Blood all over the blanket. She left that one. They fucking doctors and all bullshit, man. And I'm sorry, when your doctor or nurse can barely speak English, I've got some fucking issues. I even told her. She's like, "Oh, she went off on the smoking thing. Oh, you need to quit smoking. Smoking did this. You gotta quit smoking. Slow down smoking. I've slowed down on my smoking. Believe me. Won't because I wanted to. It's just because I financially had to. Oh yeah, well, smoking do all this. Got everything. Quit smoking. Quit smoking. Lungs are perfectly healthy. Cholesterol, fine. Nothing physically wrong with me except arteries to my heart are narrow. There's no buildup. There's no plaque. There's nothing. Just they're narrow. I even made the comment. I was like, you know what the problem is? I haven't had a drink in 2 weeks. So apparently I had too much blood in my alcohol system. That's all it was. And they can't fucking prove me wrong. And the healthy fucking meals. Oh my God. Healthy meals. Anybody that's diabetic, or the reason they're diabetic is because you know all the things that turn to sugar, right? Their healthy breakfast, pancake, oatmeal. I got two little sausage links, fruit juice, and fruit. Every single thing that turns into sugar. You're like, are you diabetic? No. Apparently, you're trying to fucking make me diabetic. Because every single thing, pancake, sugar. Pancake syrup, sugar. Fake butter. Didn't even get real butter. Didn't use any of it anyway. Fruit, sugar. Oatmeal, sugar. The only thing that was actually good for me, two little tiny sausage links. fucking long. That 2 little sausage links. Pork sausage. Thank God. 2. That was it. Everything else, every single thing they serve, sugar. Healthy meal. Yeah, okay. Are you diabetic? No. If I stay here another day or two, I might be. I mean, fuck. Every single damn thing. Fucking bread, pasta, fucking oatmeal. Just fucking ridiculous. Oh, this is good for you. How? Even if I wasn't diabetic. And that's one of the things. They're like, oh, are you diabetic? No. Do you want to be? Because here you go. God damn. People are diabetic because the fucking doctors are making them that way. You know why I had a heart attack? It had nothing to do with anything. Were you exerting yourself? Nope. First time, I was asleep. Second time, which I'm not sure, but I will say this: I cheated on my diet. I broke into Montina's stash of vegetables in the freezer. I ate some Brussels sprouts and some cauliflower and cheese the night before. The next day, other than gas and using the bathroom more than normal, heart attack. Been doing great for a year on my diet. Brussels sprouts and broccoli brought me down. Well, tried to bring me down because I'm still standing. Now I'm going back to my fucking diet because, which once again, big funny. My cholesterol was fine, but they've got to put me on cholesterol medicine to help cover the stent that they put in my heart so my platelets in my body don't try to reject it. That medication coats it. Like, well, wouldn't cholesterol coat it? But no, this medication coats it and keeps it from closing up again. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just, I respect people that do the whole medical thing and try to do things for people. But those are the ones that actually look into it and do the things that are actually helpful for people. Not the ones that just go, I was told this like 3 weeks ago. I'm your doctor now, and you got to take this pill and this pill and this pill and this pill, which is exactly what they did. They threw a fucking tube in my heart and went, you know what you got to do now? Now you got to take these chewable aspirins for the rest of your life. We're taking you off of your blood pressure medication because apparently, hey, there's nothing wrong with your fucking blood pressure, but because you're listed as high blood pressure, you're going to get this little teeny tiny dose of blood pressure medicine. But now you got to take aspirin and cholesterol stuff, and now your cholesterol's fine, but it's just to help with the implant that we just put into you. So essentially, yep, I had a heart attack. And now I'm going to have to take more medication for shit that I don't have to cover and help with what they did for me. Um, it don't make no goddamn sense, man. None of it. And what little bit that does make sense, oh, well, no, that don't make sense to us because we were told to do this. I'm starting to wish I never fucking said anything. I should have stayed in that fucking waiting room and just let my heart fucking explode, man. I mean, it's not like I've got anything to look forward to. And I actually think that's what it is. I'm looking forward to something. I've got things planned out. I've got hopes and dreams. But, yeah, too happy and too excited. Just fucking kill your heart for a minute. See what happens. Yep, thought about it. I still want to go to Tennessee. I can guarantee you, if I get out of this house, I'll go to the doctor every week. I can guarantee you, get me out of this house, give me my little tiny home, I'll go to the doctor every week. From here till then, see what happens. I already know about stress. I know about anger. I know about everything. You know where my heart attack came from? Yeah, live my fucking life. Deal with the bitch I gotta deal with. Just every fucking day. Multiple times a day. Between her animals, just everything. And she thinks she's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and her own family. Her own family don't want to deal with her anymore. They don't want me here because I'm taking care of the house and the animals and all of that. They want me to leave. That way, they're going to keep her in the fucking nursing home, get rid of the house, and it's going to happen. Because one way or the other, I'm getting the fuck out of this place. I'm the nicest guy you'll ever meet, but I have been so stressed and angry at the world. Not the world, but, well, I'm angry at everything for the past 4 years. And it's not because of the world and everything around me. It's because of where I live, how I have to live, and what I've had to deal with for the past 4 years. stressed, depression, and now fucking heart attack on top of it. All because of one fucking person who thinks she is better than everybody else in the world. So, I'll say this. Cheers. Queen Kong Bundy. Killing every relationship she's ever had. And thinking that she's the best thing since sliced bread. When her own family's done with her, every living person, her own friends. And it makes it worse. She keeps calling people that she's known and been best friends with for 20 fucking years. Even they won't answer the phone. And who does she call to complain to? Me. 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 She gets mad at her mama. Calls me. She gets mad at her sister. Calls me. Gets mad at everyone. She just gets mad in general. She calls me. And then she takes it out on me. 5 years of this shit. Oh, I mean, literally, she called me. I was in the hospital. Just had a heart attack. Did she call my cell phone? No, she knew I had because I called, told her. She called my cell phone? No. She calls the hospital, finds a room, has them bring a phone into my room, transfer her call, and she cusses me out. Just had a heart attack. Still essentially in the emergency room. Cusses me out because she has to call her family and find out something to do with her animals and stuff. Sorry, yeah, I've been taking care of them and doing everything for them. And even her sister's going, yeah, dog's fine. Dog's fat, happy. Ain't nothing wrong with her dog. You know why? Because I fucking take care of everything. Shit. Cigarette went out. What sucks the worst, the only reason I'm up and doing this is because I'm tired as fuck. I didn't sleep at all. I dozed off for 1 hour. The entire time I was at the hospital. The rest of the time I was sitting there watching, trying to figure out. I had to ask how to work the television. Haven't had one since 2012. Apparently, just changing channels isn't how you work a television anymore. So I had to get explained to me how to fucking change channels and all that bullshit. And there won't a goddamn thing on. And I accidentally, this is the best. Accidentally, nobody even told me. I'm sitting there flicking through channels and hitting buttons, and sometimes the button on the fucking little remote thing to the bed didn't work. And I hit a button, and all of a sudden, I'm on a music thing. Are you kidding me? I've been sitting here switching back and forth between ridiculousness on MTV And then uh, Blue Planet or something. Just watching animal documentaries and stuff, switching back and forth between those. My remote didn't work right, so I kept hitting the same button. All of a sudden, I'm on a music thing on the TV, and I click through and I get to classic country. So I started listening to Tammy Wynette and fucking George Jones, and I'm just sitting there fucking rocking, happy as fucking hell. Finally got rid of the goddamn television. What was that? I heard it ding. Ding came from here. What the hell? Is that my phone? Oh, my phone. Oh, that was my cousin. Oh, well, she don't do YouTube. She's on Facebook, and she's in England. Yeah. Oh, fucking. I'm gonna get off here anyway. Higbill is still alive. Had a heart attack. Apparently major one. I started coding. Should be dead. Not dead. Big shocker. You know what's gonna happen? And I'll tell you right now. I know exactly what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have my court date the day after my birthday with disability. They're going to approve me and schedule everything, which I've been told there have been people, oh, yeah, they're approved, but it takes them 9 months before they get their fucking benefits or anything. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to go to court. I'm going to get approved. And then once everything I've been fighting for the past 4 years comes through and I have it in my grasp, heart's going to give out on me and dead. That's just the way my life goes. So, between going bald, going gray, falling in love with women that apparently are only in love with themselves, lying, cheating, fucking up my life, busting my back for companies, literally, and getting fucked over to the point where, well, I get jack shit out of it. Now, having a heart attack between the stress and everything I'm going through, just trying to have some semblance of normalcy and a life to myself again. Not gonna happen. What's gonna happen? I had my fingers crossed. Like, hey, it's a day after my birthday. It's my court date. They're gonna approve me. Heart's gonna kick out. I'm calling it now. I'm just saying. I mean, hell, my mom died at 56, but she actually worked and cared for me. My dad died. He was 63, but hell, he should have died. He got shot in the face and lived and lived. That was one of the. That's another thing. One of the people brought up. I don't know. You should have been in more pain than you were in. The entire time I'm sitting there laughing and joking with him. I felt it. You should be in more pain than you're in. Dude, I feel pain. I feel it my whole life. I live with it. Pain don't hurt. Well, it does, but I live with chronic fucking spinal pain. That's why I've got an implant. I've got to deal with chronic fucking uh, arthritis pain in my spine now because of how much I've been cut into. That's why I was at the doctor's office where I had my heart attack. I live with chronic pain. I've lived with pain. I couldn't even tell you how many years anymore. And I just farted and it bubbled up my back. But I'm going to go talk to my cousin since apparently she's awake. I ain't talked to her in a while. She's in England. And so, but, yep, Big Billy lived through a heart attack. Came home, rolled some cigarettes, smoking a cigarette, having a drink. I'll get my meds tomorrow. Yep, I'm one of those assholes. The one that should die keeps fucking going. And going. And going. And going.